chilling warning has been issued by the US State Department, claiming that Hamas is planning an imminent attack on civilians in Gaza, a move that would violate the hard-fought ceasefire agreement. This statement, released on a Saturday, sent a clear message. Any attack against Palestinians would be a grave breach of the peace deal and could jeopardize the significant progress made through mediation efforts. The State Department, however, remains tight-lipped about the specifics of this alleged attack, leaving many questions unanswered. Despite this, the first phase of the ceasefire deal between Hamas and Israel is ongoing, with all hostages released, and the process of returning the bodies of the deceased to Israel still underway. As part of the agreement, Israel has released 250 Palestinian prisoners and 1,718 detainees from Gaza, a significant step towards peace. Washington has informed other guarantors of the Gaza peace agreement, including Egypt, Qatar and Turkey, and is demanding that Hamas uphold its end of the ceasefire terms. The statement from the US government warns of potential consequences if Hamas proceeds with this attack, emphasizing the need to protect the people of Gaza and maintain the integrity of the ceasefire. Hamas has remained silent on this matter so far, but President Donald Trump has previously issued a stern warning to the group, stating that if they continue to kill civilians in Gaza, the US will have no choice but to take action. Trump later clarified that this would not involve sending US troops into Gaza. Last week, BBC Verify authenticated disturbing videos showing a public execution carried out by Hamas gunmen in Gaza. These videos depict a horrific scene. 8 individuals, their arms bound, were lined up and killed in a crowded square by gunmen, some of whom appeared to be wearing the distinctive green headbands associated with Hamas. The identity of the masked gunmen remains unconfirmed, adding another layer of mystery to this already complex situation. On Saturday, Israel received 2 more bodies from Gaza, which Hamas claims are hostages. However, the formal identification process is still pending. So far, the remains of 10 out of 28 deceased hostages have been returned to Israel. In a separate incident on Saturday, a tragic event unfolded when 11 members of a Palestinian family were killed by an Israeli tank shell, according to the Hamas-run Civil Defense Ministry. This incident, the deadliest involving Israeli soldiers since the start of the ceasefire, raises serious concerns. The Israeli military claims that soldiers fired at a suspicious vehicle that crossed the so-called Yellow Line, which demarcates the area still occupied by Israeli forces in Gaza. However, there are no physical markers for this line, and it is unclear whether the bus actually crossed it. The BBC has requested the coordinates of the incident from the IDF for further clarification. The Israeli military's campaign in Gaza was launched in response to the devastating 7th of October 2023 attack, where Hamas-led gunmen killed approximately 1,200 people in southern Israel and took 251 hostages. Since then, at least 68,000 people have lost their lives due to Israeli attacks in Gaza, according to the Hamas-run Health Ministry, whose figures are considered reliable by the UN. In September, a UN Commission of Inquiry made a shocking claim, stating that Israel had committed genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. Israel vehemently rejected this report, labeling it as distorted and false. This complex and controversial situation leaves many questions unanswered and highlights the fragile nature of peace in the region. As the world watches, the fate of Gaza hangs in the balance, and the potential for further violence looms large. What are your thoughts on this delicate matter? Should the international community intervene, or is this a matter for the involved parties to resolve? Share your insights and opinions in the comments below.